Hi everybody, Steve Elliott here. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to do something I've never done before, and that is I'm going to sketch in Procreate. I've tried sketching in lots of programs like Paper 53 and Teosui Sketches, but I've never used Procreate for that because I always felt it was overpowered. So I just want to see how the tools perform and if it can be used for simple sketching. So let's get into it. So here we are in Procreate, and I'm going to select the 6B pencil, and the reason I've selected that is because that is the pencil that I would sketch in with in real life, so using a paper sketch pad and a physical pencil. So I want to see how the 6B pencil in Procreate performs against that. I know I'm drawing on shiny glass, so that's something I've just got to put up with because I'm not into screens, protective screens that give a texture and stuff like that over the iPad. I just love the actual clarity of the image, and I don't want to limit that by putting on a protective screen. So I just rather tolerate the glass and work on that, because I've been drawing on the iPad for nearly 2 years now, so I'm quite used to the glass finish. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to resist things like using layers, using the undo key. Try not to zoom in too much if I can help it, because I want to get it as close to sketching for real or on paper as I can. That's the objective, and I want to see if I can get a sketch that people would be hard pushed to see that it wasn't digital, that it was drawn, that they would think it was drawn on paper, not on an iPad digitally. So that's the first thing. So I'm looking for two things in this drawing. I'm going for sharp pencil lines and shading, so tilting the pencil on its side and using the shade feature. So if we look at the drawing now, you can see that I'm getting some really nice subtle effects. I'm using the shading on the side for those trees. I press on a little bit harder, I get a darker line. You'll notice I've set the opacity of the pencil to about 3/4. I've got a sort of black colour selected, but I wanted it to appear grey when I was drawing, so, and I've set the pencil's thickness to about 3/4, and I don't change that at all throughout the drawing. So I was really happy how it performed actually, and if you look now, I'm using the pencil on its side to put in the twigs on those branches. So I drew in the branches with the tip of the pencil and then just shaded in the twigs. You'll see me do that a lot when I'm sketching or painting, and I just shaded that in. Now moving on to the wall, so I begin by using the point of the pencil to draw in the bricks or blocks of the bridge. And you'll notice I've said this before as well lots of times, I don't draw in every single block or brick of the bridge. It's just too much and people don't want to see it. All you need is just an indication, so people go, oh yeah, that's made of stone or something, but you don't have to draw in every block. So just put a few in here and there, and that just totally will transform a drawing that looks quite amateurish to something that looks as though it's, you know, a little bit more professional. Well, for me, I think, I know there are artists that do drawings where they draw every single brick and that's their style, but it always looks a little bit cartoony perhaps, or graphic, I suppose would be a better word. Let's not, you know, slate it. A bit more graphic than sort of a sketch, which is what this is. So this could be this. I used to sketch like this all the time. I've got lots of sketchbooks filled up where I used to go into the Peak District or go walking in villages in Derbyshire, and I would sit in front of the scene and sketch like this with just a pencil, 6B pencil, and maybe a water soluble pencil and a little pot of water and one paintbrush, watercolor brush, to soften edges. And you'll see me do that a little bit. So the tools I'm using, I am using the 6B pencil. That's the only thing I draw with, but I've got the eraser set to one of my watercolor brushes, and that's the small lifting out brush. So that gives a very soft eraser effect, where you have to sort of pass the eraser over the line that you're erasing 2 or 3 times. So it looks very natural. It looks like you've sort of scrubbed at the paper sometimes to try and erase it. And then the other thing, I've used one of my blending brushes, watercolor blending brushes, on the blender, because I do smudge out 1 or 2 bits of the shading that I've done on the stonework as well, just to soften that off a little bit and make it look like it's not too drawn. So where you can see, I'm using the side of the pencil to shade in this little bush at the right hand side of the bridge. And there I use the eraser. That was a good example of me using an eraser, and you can't tell at all. It's really subtle, and it makes it really nice to rub something out. It doesn't look digital. It hasn't got that hard edge to it, or that kind of airbrush type look. It looks very organic. Just sketching in these people really roughly and quick. You could, yeah, I tell you what, you would know, looking at this sketch, you could straight away say this guy's left-handed, because of the way I've etched in the lines. It's sort of going from top left to bottom right, and when I etch, all my drawings are like that. And I bet if you look at a right-handed artist, their hatching goes the other way. That's just a little sort of point I made there. I didn't do any ducks in this sketch. I didn't feel a need to put any ducks in. I left them out. And there we go with the eraser. Look, it's just so nice and soft. I wanted to put these a few twigs and branches, and then I use the so I'm drawing now. I'm using the tip of the pencil, sketching away on this. Now I'm using the side of the pencil. So all the shading's obviously done with the side of the pencil. It's really quick. It makes it a fast way of drawing. And then I'm using the tip of the pencil, different pressure to get different shades of lines. So it's shaping up, and I think that looks very organic. It looks like a traditional drawing. I have to say the Procreate pencil 6B is brilliant. This was a 16 by 20 canvas at 300 dpi, so it's a big canvas, way bigger than anything I would draw in Teosui Sketches or Paper 53 or any of the other drawing apps. So it's got that for it. There was I think my iPad's now getting a little old. It's nearly 2 years old, and I suspect it's suffering from that thing where they slow things down a bit to stop stuff crashing. The only time I found any lag was when I tried to zoom in a bit, and it was just like a split second, and that was it. So there we go. That is my drawing in Procreate. The result is, I have to say, yes, it does do a really good organic drawing, and it's great for pencil sketching, and it felt right. So maybe I should start my next sketch series in Procreate, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always is much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I've got lots of videos like this. and I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye.